Hey everybody. So today you're going to be learning about infinite geometric series, but we're going to start off with an arithmetic starter here. And the mark scheme is down below. This is kind of an IB question bank problem, but I'm going to go through the problems anyway. So if you want to just check your work at the bottom or you want to follow along with me, whatever you want to do is just fine. So we've got Sergey here, who's training to be a weightlifter. Each day he trains at the local gym by lifting a metal bar that has heavy weights attached. He carries out successive lifts. Successful, good for him. After each lift, the same amount of weight is added, so the same amount every time is added to the bar to increase the weight to be lifted. All right, so it's going to be an arithmetic sequence because we are adding the same amount of weight every time. Sergey's friend Yuri records the weight of each lift. Unfortunately, last Monday, Yuri misplaced all but two of the recordings of Sergey's lift. Oh, Yuri, typical. On that day, Sergey lifted 21 kilograms on the third lift and 46 kilograms on the eighth lift. All right, so U3 they're giving us is 21, and U8 is 46. So the blanks method, I think, is going to work out well here. So I'm going to say we have U1, 2, 3 is 21, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the eighth lift is 46. You don't have to use this. There are shortcuts you can use in formulas, but I think this just makes a lot of sense. So what I know here is that to get from 21 to 46, we have to add D once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So 5D is going to be equal to 46 minus 21, which is 25. That means D is 5. So every day he's adding 5, is it pounds, kilograms? 5 kilograms, sorry. My American is showing. I'm talking about pounds. For that day, find the weight of Sergey's first lift. So we can just go back 5 here to get 16, and back 5 again to get 11. Of course, you can use the formula, right? We could have actually done this using like simultaneous equations, using UN equals U1 plus N minus 1D, right? We didn't know U1 and we didn't know D, but we had two equations we could have done. We could have done 21 equals U1 plus 3 minus 1 times our D, and we could have done 46 equals U1 plus, 8 minus 1D. And you have simultaneous equations, two variables, two unknowns, which you can solve in your calculator or by hand pretty easily by elimination here. If you just subtract this guy, the U1s will cancel, which is pretty nice. But anyway, the blank method I think works pretty well for small numbers. But if you have bigger numbers, like if they gave me the 562nd term and the 8,956th term, something like that, then equations can be better. So anyway, first lift, 11 kilograms. All right. On that day, Sergey made 12 successive lifts. Find the combined weight of these lifts. So we could write them all in, right? We could write in 26, 31, 36, 41, and then the 12th lift would be 51. And you can just add them all together, but we're going to use a formula. But I mean, with small numbers like this, sometimes it actually is faster just to add them all together. But we know everything we need to know here, right? N is 12. Our first lift is 11. Our last lift, U12, that would be, is 51. And our common difference is 5. So we have enough information to use either of the two methods to be able to find this. I'm going to use the n over 2 times u1 plus un, which in this case is 12 over 2 times u1, which is 11, plus our last term, which is 51. So that's 6 times what? 62. That's 360 plus 12. Right, because 6 times 60 is 360, and 6 times 2 is 12, so 372 kilos is the total amount that he lifts on that given day. So limitations to this model. So a few things. I guess it doesn't allow for decimals, so no decimal weights. Also, it assumes that he is lifting even increments every time, so even addition each time. You might say no negative numbers allowed. And it really just assumes that he follows this, weight progression every time and that he never misses a lift. You might say that too. Right? He never misses a lift, right? Because, like we said, not only are they successive lifts, they have to be successful lifts. Also, it assumes he only lifts each one time, right? Like if any of you lift in the gym, usually you do reps, right? So this 372 kilograms might be the total if he only lifts each time once, but if he's lifting more times, then that might be multiplied by something. And often when you lift weights, At the beginning, you do more reps, and at the end, you do less. So we don't know a lot of these things, right? But all of those would be certain limitations. And I think that's all we have to say. How'd I do? 462. Uh-oh. I did not get the right number. Did I multiply wrong? Let's see. 11 and 51 are indeed 62. 51 is the last one. How did I get this wrong? 6 times 6, 360. And 12. What did they do? Let's see. So they did the other form. 12 minus 1. Oh, you know why? I thought this was the 11th lift. It's not. That's the 8th lift. What am I doing? Okay. Well, apologies. I'm sure some of you noticed that I did that horribly wrong. Let's get rid of this and try that again. Sorry, this video could have been so short. Now here we are. So some things here that are wrong. This one is incorrect. So because we don't know the last lift, we are going to use the other method, right? So we're going to use I'm not going to use this one because I don't know it. Oh, don't want that. Here we go. All right, so I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use n over 2 times 2u1 plus n minus 1 times d. I don't know why I thought this was the last lift. I think the 11 here was messing with me. This is number 8, so if you wanted to, you could keep going out and find out what the last lift is, but I'm not going to do that. So this is going to give me 12 over 2, 2 times 11 plus 12 minus 1 times our difference, which is 5. So that is 6 times 22 plus 11 times 5 is 55. This is looking better. 6 times 77. So let's see if we can use our trick again here. That's 420 plus 42, which is 462 kilograms. Let's see if we did better this time. There we go, 462. Excellent. Sorry about that. Good luck with the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys soon.